If I told you there's a 5-minute habit that can literally rewire your brain, would you laugh? Or would you do it before breakfast tomorrow? Well, scientists aren't laughing. They're stunned. Because this simple 5-minute practice flips a switch in your brain, the same way years of therapy or a 6-month boot camp might. Except it fits between brushing your teeth and scrolling TikTok. Stick around till the end, because I'm giving you a free self-improvement journal that'll make your old to-do lists look like kindergarten doodles. Hey, welcome to Elevate Alpha, the channel where we blend the wisdom of ancient philosophy, the sarcasm of a late-night comic, and just enough crazy life coach energy to make your future self say, thank you. I'm not a neuroscientist. I'm not going to bore you with brain scans and Latin names of neurons, but I've spent years geeking out on the science of habits, testing them in real life. Some worked like rocket fuel. Some made me look like a weirdo in the gym parking lot. And today, I'm bringing you the one 5-minute habit that keeps showing up in the research and in the lives of high performers. From Olympic athletes to startup founders to people who finally stopped hitting snooze like it was a national sport. Here's the deal. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn the science behind why 5 minutes is enough to literally remodel parts of your brain, the exact habit that does it, how to pull it off daily without feeling like you joined a monk retreat. And yeah, you'll get access to that free Elevate Alpha journal, so you can track this like a pro. So grab your coffee or your 5th cup of it, and let's hack your brain. Tip 1. Your brain is a gym stop-skipping leg day. First truth bomb. Your brain is plastic, not the cheap grocery bag kind, the neuroplastic kind. It literally reshapes itself based on what you repeatedly do. Think of it like a gym. If you keep lifting Thescroll through Instagram dumbbell, you'll get Olympic-level thumbs, but a noodle-level attention span. Scientists have proven, with boring-looking MRI scans, that new neurons and connections form daily if you give your brain the right reps. And here's the kicker. It doesn't require hours. Sometimes 5 focused minutes is enough to kickstart the rewiring process. Write this down in your journal. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Your daily reps, thoughts, emotions, actions are literally building brain circuits. So stop giving your brain a junk workout. Tip 2, the 5-minute reset. Here's the habit that blew researchers' minds. 5 minutes of intentional visualization plus breathing. Before you roll your eyes, this isn't manifesting a yacht in Malibu. This is science. A Harvard study showed that simply mentally rehearsing a skill lights up the exact same brain regions as physically practicing it. That means your brain can't tell much difference between you doing a thing and you vividly imagining doing it, as long as you're focused. Pair that with deep, slow breathing, in for 4, hold for 2, out for 6, and you calm your amygdala, that drama queen fear center, and engage your prefrontal cortex, your CEO brain. The combo turns 5 minutes into a neurological power shower. Olympic skier Lindsey Vonn used visualization every morning to rehearse entire downhill runs in her head. Muscles fired as if she was on the slopes. Surgeons use it. Fighter pilots use it. Meanwhile, we're visualizing pizza deliveries. Tomorrow morning, before you grab your phone, sit down, close your eyes, and spend 5 minutes. 1 minute breathing slow, deep, low into your belly. 4 minutes vividly visualizing yourself crushing one important goal of the day down to the sights, sounds, even smells. This simple loop starts building neural highways for focus, confidence, and follow-through. Tip 3. Friction is the real enemy. Now I know what your inner skeptic's screaming. I'm too busy. No, you're not busy. You just have too much friction between you and the habit. Want to know how Navy SEALs build insane discipline? They don't rely on willpower. They engineer their environment, so the friction for the good habit is lower than for the bad one. So if you want to stick to this 5-minute rewiring ritual, pick a consistent trigger, like right after brushing teeth or before first sip of coffee. Make it the default, same chair, same spot, no scrolling, no debating. Because if your brain gets even 2 seconds to negotiate, it will choose Netflix over neuroplasticity. And trust me, the next tip will hit your brain harder than a triple shot espresso at 2 a.m. Tip 4, the snowball effect. Here's the part that feels like a cheat code. Doing 5 minutes daily is not about those 5 minutes. It's about building the identity of someone who takes control of their mind. Psychologists call it the keystone habit effect. One small, consistent habit starts a chain reaction. Better focus, right arrow better decisions, right arrow better habits, right arrow better life. It's like compound interest, but for your neurons. Skip a day, no big deal. Skip a week. You're basically donating your progress to the couch potato gods. Set a stupid easy streak goal. I'll do the 5-minute habit for 7 days straight. Watch what happens by day 3. Your brain starts craving the clarity hit like it craves morning coffee. Everything we've covered so far preps you for the final piece, because the real rewiring doesn't stick until you add this. Here's the knockout punch: reflection. 5 minutes to rewire and 60 seconds to lock it in. Every evening, grab your journal and write one simple line. Here's how today's visualization showed up in my actions. Neuroscience calls this reconsolidation. By reflecting, you're telling your brain, this matters, save it, strengthen it. High achievers don't just do, they review. That's how they grow faster than the rest of us binge-watching shows and calling it self-care. If you don't reflect, you're basically hitting reset every morning. Do it and you start stacking wins like Lego bricks, one on top of the other, until you've built a skyscraper of new wiring. That's how you wake up the version of you who's been sleeping under a blanket of excuses. And to make this ridiculously easy, I've put together a free Elevate Alpha self-improvement journal. It's got a habit tracker, a visualization script, and a nightly reflection sheet. So simple it feels like cheating on your brain's homework. Download it right now, links below. Grab it before your lazy brain whispers do it later, because later is the archenemy of progress. If this hit you harder than your morning caffeine, do me a favor, drop a comment. What's the one thing you're going to visualize tomorrow? Smash that like button so more people break out of brain autopilot. And subscribe to Elevate Alpha, because the next video will take this habit to a whole new level. Remember, your brain is rewiring itself right now. Question is, are you steering it, or is Netflix